Hi everyone, my name is Bryan Song. I'll be filling in the commentary for my good friends Joe Wells and Adam Bobrow. We're rejoining the match here between Texas Wesleyan's #1 Feng Zhe and Mississippi College's Zhang Tong. Feng Zhe leads this match 2-0. He won the first games 11-9, 11-5. And this is about what we'd expect from this matchup. Feng Zhe is an extremely decorated player from China. He was on the Chinese national team and actually has a win over gold medalist Yu Nam Q. That being said, Zhang Tong is no slouch himself. He's rated 25-46. And while ratings don't really matter at this level, that should give you an indication that, this kid's got game. It's a real treat to have a player of Feng Zhe's caliber playing for the NCTTA. Here's a guy who's world class. But Zhang Tong there able to get a look at a high forehand kill shot. Took it to the backhand, which I think is a smart play when you're playing a penholder like Feng Zhe. Penholders tend to have much stronger forehands than backhands. Zhang Tong can get a few more of those. He could be well on his way to coming back in this match. And there's another one. This time Zhang Tong going out to the forehand. And of course, while it is important to attack the opponent's weakness, at the same time, you don't ever want to become predictable. And I like how Zhang Tong there went out to the forehand, mixing it up. And a little bit of an unforced error from Feng Zhe there gives Zhang Tong a 3-1 lead. He's sneaking ahead in this game. If he can keep this momentum up, he might be able to claw his way back into the match. You see in that point there, Feng Zhe is willing to go all the way to the left table to hit a forehand. That is a typical penholder strategy. Their forehands are so strong, they try to hang out on the left side to hit as many aggressive forehands as possible. Ooh, and on that point we see why Feng Zhe able to get a hang of two nice forehands there. One thing I like to note about Feng Zhe's forehand is that he doesn't swing with that much energy or effort on his shoulder and forearm on that forehand. He actually uses excellent timing and a lot of his core to generate very easy power. We see Feng Zhe showing that he can attack off the backhand, able to get a very heavy backhand loop on the table for forcing Zhang Tong on the defensive. And then he finishes off the point with that easy power on the forehand side. Ooh, and if you're Zhang Tong, you cannot miss that forehand right there. That was an opportunity to just end the point outright. When you're playing against a player of this caliber, you cannot give away easy shots like that. Ooh, and Feng Zhe is showing us again that heavy forehand. The amount of spin on that shot is absolutely vicious, and it dips right below Zhang Tong's paddle. That thing is just diving. And now we have a timeout called by Cheng Li. I like this timeout right now. This is a good time for it. He's down in the match, but he's not out. 5-4 is still within touching distance, and if he can make a good adjustment here, he can find a way back into this game and then possibly in the match. It's such a big difference between 2-1 and 3-0. He really needs this game, and this is why this timeout is crucial. If I'm Coach Cheng Li talking to Zhang Tong, I'm telling my player, look, This guy, Feng Zhe, is really good, but he's also 40 years old, and he's got all that experience and all that skill, but 40 years old is old for any sport, let alone a sport like table tennis that requires such reaction speed and such physicality. If you're Zhang Tong, you gotta believe if you can just extend this rally, extend this match out in the 5th, 6th games, maybe you can see some weakness in Feng Zhe due to fatigue. I mean, this has been a long tournament. He's played a lot of matches, and he's not a young guy anymore. Zhang Tong, meanwhile, is a young guy. He should be able to play as long as he has to pull this out. That would be my mentality going into this next game here. But that's the last thing you want to see is a miss off of the serve, not forcing Feng Zhe to do anything, especially out of the timeout. Don't want to see that. But here Zhang Tong is able to get a nice long push out of Feng Zhe, and then opens up with a very strong backhand. He's not afraid to attack with that backhand, and if he'll get some more of those, he can string a few points together. And a loose error from Feng Zhe brings it back to 6-all. And I like what Zhang Tong's doing here, taking his time, going to the towel. Feng Zhe is impatient and wants to keep playing, but if I'm Zhang Tong, I want this match to go as long as possible. Ooh, and a very nice pressure block from Zhang Tong there. Off of a heavy forehand opener from Feng Zhe. He's able to hit that one hard and with authority. Not an easy shot to pull off. And that forehand miss from Feng Zhe brings Zhang Tong up to an 8-6 lead. With the serve now, he's going to hope to come away with this third game here. But Feng Zhe is showing some very good touch there. He just controls that ball just over that net. Zhang Tong tries to match it, but his own touch is not nearly as good. And his return push floats just off the edge of the table, allowing Feng Zhe to kill it out to the backhand. Ooh, and Feng Zhe again showing us some really nice touch. Zhang Tong was afraid to leave it up too high like he did in the last point, overcompensated and then dropped it in the net. That's the type of pressure that you can put on somebody with touch. Feng Zhe is showing that he's an expert at it. And that's not the miss you want to see there. Zhang Tong a little agitated that he couldn't at least put the ball on the table, make Feng Zhe play another shot. Ooh, and another miss. Brings game point up for Feng Zhe. That's 4 points gone in a matter of seconds. Very demoralizing if you're Zhang Tong. Still, he's got the serve here. Let's see if he can get these 2 points. Keep it close. Ooh, and again, Feng Zhe showing us some nice touch there. On this point here, we'll see Feng Zhe put a nice push that just reaches the end of that table, fooling Zhang Tong. Can't navigate that forehand back of the net. So Feng Zhe takes the game. He's up 3 games to 0, 11-9, 11-5, 11-8. And it's really tough when you're Zhang Tong trying to play against somebody, uphill battle like this. He's an extremely talented player. You kind of see him pacing around, sort of upset. That being said, no shame in being down 3 games to 0 against a guy like Feng Zhe. Here's a guy who is at a caliber that the NCTTA has never seen. It's actually quite a treat to have him out here. He's a world-class player who represented Bulgaria in the Athens Olympics in 2004, was a doubles champion in the 1998 All-China Table Tennis Championships, and got the silver in the World Table Tennis Championships for mixed doubles back in 1999. This is a guy who's played with the greats, including Ma Lin and Wang Hao. He's seen it all. But again, if you're Zhang Tong, you've got to find a way to get this guy out of his rhythm. And you're not going to be doing it by missing a lot of shots. If you're Zhang Tong, you've got to find a way to get that ball on the table. I mean, Feng Zhe is hitting it with a lot of heavy spin, but making mistakes is not going to get you back. And that's a very nice shot from Zhang Tong there. Hitting a couple out to the backhand and then attacking the forehand, mixing it up very nicely. Oh, and Zhang Tong has to be very careful right here. He's down 1-3 early in this fourth game. If he's not careful, he can let Feng Zhe run away with it. Nice forehand kill from Zhang Tong. Again out to the forehand. Maybe he's onto something. He can be very aggressive out to that forehand. Feng Zhe doesn't seem to be ready. And a very nice backhand counter hit. Feng Zhe nailing a forehand inside out, expecting another forehand, but this one comes back with interest, straight into the right hip. Actually, I like that idea with the body, aiming for the body like that. Heavily underutilized shot in table tennis. And you see Zhang Tong here, hands on his hips, a little bit bewildered by the Feng Zhe serve. He hasn't been able to get a read on that and has been giving too many high shots to his opponent. And Feng Zhe is going to capitalize every time. And that's just another miss you can't have. He had a nice look at that inside-out forehand, but when you're playing against a guy of Feng Zhe's caliber, you just feel that pressure and you feel like you have to make a better shot. Coughs up the miss. And this is really trouble for Zhang Tong, down 7-3 now. Just some world-class blocking from Feng Zhe. Those are heavy, heavy backhands. They're like rockets. Feng Zhe looking like a Jedi, blocking the back very easily. And here's Zhang Tong. He's just letting a little frustration out, it seems like. Hitting that shot as hard as he could. He does come away with a point, but you got to feel like that's sort of like the swing for the fences mentality of someone who knows that he doesn't really have a shot here, down 8-4 in the fourth. Feng Zhe just putting on a clinic. Feng Zhe just looking extremely relaxed. I mean, here's a guy. We have a guy here at 25-46 rating, very talented player, and he's made to look foolish by Feng Zhe. And at 40 years old, Feng Zhe just says age is a number. We have 5 match points here to close it out. And that's it. Feng Zhe for Texas Wesleyan takes it 4 games to 0, 11-9, 11-5, 11-8, and 11-5.